Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. First, we need to write each polynomial in parentheses. Sometimes that will be given for you. Most of the time it will be given for you. But sometimes it will say subtract these two polynomials or add these two polynomials, and you need to put the parentheses in yourself. Sum means to add, difference means to subtract. Again, sometimes the directions will say add and subtract. Sometimes it will say find the sum, find the difference. Just a quick reminder of what those mean. Step 3 would be to distribute negatives if we are subtracting. Step 4, combine like terms. Remember, like terms have to have the same variable and the same exponent. And then finally, we write in descending order. So let's look at example 1. We are adding. When we're adding, we don't have to worry about distributing negatives. It's already in parentheses. We know we're adding. So we can just jump to step 4, combining like terms. The parentheses don't mean anything if we are adding. Only when they're subtracting are they important. So adding, I can just go ahead and look at my like terms. X squared and 2x squared would make 3x squared. 5x and negative 11x. Make sure that you're careful in looking at the signs in front of those. 5 and negative 11 makes negative 6x. And then finally we have negative 4 plus 9. That would give us a positive 5. Like terms have to have the same variable, same exponent, so x squared, x, and then our constant. Constant is the number with no variable. And then let's just double check that this is in descending order. Descending order has the greatest to least exponent. So 2, 1, 0, it is already in descending order. We're done. Number 2, subtracting is just a little bit more difficult because we have to do this step. This step is so important. We cannot just say that this is x squared minus 2x and then 5x and negative 11x. There's a big difference. This negative has to be distributed to all 3 pieces here, all parts of the polynomial that's being subtracted. So it's going to change all the signs. Negative 2x squared plus 11x minus 9. We have to change all 3 of those. The beginning one will not change because it is not being subtracted. There's nothing in front to distribute, so I can just copy it down. And the parentheses don't matter after we distribute the negative. It doesn't matter. We just combine like terms now. So x squared minus 2x squared be negative 1x squared or negative x squared. 5x plus 11x gives us 16x. And then negative 4 and negative 9 gives us negative 13. Last, check that it's in descending order. X squared, x, and then our constant, it's in descending order. Okay, this one, we're adding, so it's just, again, combining like terms. I don't need to worry about distributing. A positive doesn't change anything. So 3x squared minus 7x squared. Careful, they're not always in the exact order of having the x squared first in both polynomials. Notice this one has this x squared first, but this x squared is in the middle. So watch out for that. It's not always the first term with the first term, second term with the second term. This one has negative 4x, 2x, and then 8 and negative 5. So when I add the x squared terms, I get negative 4x squared. The x term, I get negative 2x. And my constant, I get plus 3. Again, it is in descending order. So sometimes it looks like a lot when we have these 5 steps, but usually the first 2 steps are given to you, so you just have to look at the last 3. And if it's adding, it's just the last 2. Let's look at one more example of subtracting. This is number 6 on your note sheet. Subtracting, we have to distribute the negative to all 3 pieces. So I have negative 7n minus 4n to the third plus 8. first one I can just copy. And then we combine like terms. So I have 3n squared, and I don't have any other n squared terms. So I just keep that one alone. I have 13n cubed and negative 4n cubed. So that will give me 9n cubed. Then I have 5n and negative 7n to get negative 2n. And last I have this plus 8 with no terms to combine it with. So this one is the only one we've done that doesn't end up being in descending order. So I'm going to have to rearrange it. I want our biggest exponent first. So I'm going to put 9n cubed and then plus 3n squared minus 2n plus 8. So biggest things to remember about adding and subtracting polynomials is when you're subtracting, you have to distribute the negatives and make sure you're only combining terms that are alike.